Yo, what is going on YouTube GZTV? We are here with a late night recap. I am not motivated to fucking start editing the Squid Game video. I'm gonna get on it after this though. But we got some basketball to talk about tonight. Heat Cavs, that was a good game. Jazz Wizards, although poverty teams, it was a good game. Kings Nuggets was a good game. And we are going to talk about the crazy game that just transpired against the Pistons and Clippers. I've been locked in on 75 hard, getting my cardio in, reading my book. I've been doing schoolwork, obviously, so yeah, I'm not going to talk about the Celtics Trailblazers game. I know people want me to hype up Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, but Trailblazers are garbage, not worth my time. I'm not talking about them. Let's get into the Heat and the Cavs, though. Cavaliers hold off the Heat by 5 to extend their winning streak to 12. They already clinch a playoff spot. No, not a play-in spot, not at least a play-in spot. They are in the playoffs. The first of 6 teams to clinch a playoff spot. Big time for them. Obviously, great scoring for Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland doing really well on the playmaking end of things. Such a great complementary backcourt. They've proven that all season. Obviously, some sloppiness in the final 2 minutes, but they survived. This is their 12th straight win. And obviously a banged-up Miami Heat team, but still, they clinch a playoff spot. Duncan Robinson had a tying 3, but they called it off. Obviously, Evan Mobley's aggressive, being a big man and all. DeAndre Hunter playing really good defense. That's one really underrated thing about DeAndre Hunter is the man knows how to play defense. Richard Jefferson gets bombarded by his old teammates, squad mates. That's fun. Kevin Love playing against Tristan Thompson. That was a fun little moment. Donovan Mitchell, yeah, great facilitating for him as well. I mean, obviously it doesn't show in the box score, but he sets guys up that don't usually get a whole lot of touches, like a guy like Dean Wade. But you look at the Heat, you get a 34-point, 12-rebound performance for Bam. I mean, Bam's starting to look really good, 60% three-point shooting. But that's all. I mean, you can't have that. You have Tyler Hero leaves a big hole in the squad because now you're left playing Alec Burks when, you have Duncan Robinson, Hayden Highsmith, Kyle Anderson, solid bench players and all. I don't think Alec Burks really deserves to be a starter on this team, and obviously he's not usually when Tyler Hero is there, so I think Tyler Hero would have posed a little bit of a bigger threat, It is what it is, though. They are a depleted team. They're still trying to kind of recover from the Jimmy Butler trade, and Andrew Wiggins hasn't played that many games. But there you go. 16 points, 13 rebounds, though, for Evan Mobley, who shot 70%. 15 points, 10 assists for Darius Garland, who shot 33% from 3. 26 points for Donovan Mitchell, and that is that. That's a great, great game. You look at the Jazz Wizards, again, 2 teams kind of at the bottom of the totem pole here in the NBA, but makes for good basketball when they play. So, Keyshawn George and Alex Sarr help the Wizards hand the Jazz their 10th straight road loss. I mean, all teams struggle on the road, but not that badly. They win by 3. Obviously, Keyshawn George and Alex Sarr scoring at a high level here for this team. Barely edge him out, barely win. Alex Sarr using his size. That's something he's going to need to do in the NBA is use his length, just get to the rim and dunk on some people, Really pretty fun game to watch here, though. I will give them credit. They played some good basketball tonight. Johnny Juzang hit some threes. Alex Sarr played really well at both ends of the floor. Obviously, Isaiah Collier kind of made it tough for them. He was hitting some shots. But yeah, man, 23 and 13 points for Kyle Filipowski. He's been playing exceptional basketball lately. 27 points for Johnny Juzang off of 67% shooting. I love seeing Johnny Juzang play well in the league. One of my favorite recent March Madness legends. So that's great to see him play like that. KJ Martin, again, he's just not it. I mean, they have Oscar Tshiebwe, Shvi Mikawa, Cody Williams. They have a decent bench core. They have some guys that can kind of come in and pick up the scraps. KJ Martin, again, just not it. Again, John Collins, more than anyone on this team, when you don't have him on the floor, you're not going to be successful, I believe. Now you look at the Wizards, you get 21 points for Alex Sarr, who shot 50% from 3, 67% overall, and a 23-point game for Keyshawn George, who shot 33% from 3. Kind of a toilet bowl game, but still cool to see one of those teams get a win in the season, So we are going to move to the Kings and Nuggets. Pretty engaging game here. This is a game I watched actually a lot of. Nikola Jokic has 22 points and 14 rebounds. The Nuggets beat the Kings. They won by 6. Kings weren't letting up, though. They put up a really good fight in this game, but obviously Nikola Jokic both scoring and rebounding at a high level, as he always does. Russell Westbrook, a great scoring night for him as well. It's really nice to see that him and Jamal Murray can kind of bounce off of each other. And I've said this on the channel before, that is a dynamic I love between those two players. We saw it in the playoffs last year, and they rallied in the fourth quarter. They got the dub. I mean, Zeke Naji hitting threes is huge for this team. Really fun basketball. I mean, Russell Westbrook made it tough on them all game. You know, Keegan Murray proved to be a pretty tough defender, but Zeke Naji played good too, man. I got to give credit. Zeke Naji actually a really good bench option. You look at the Kings, I mean, 35 points for DeMar DeRozan, who shot 67% from three. Great performance. I think the Zach LaVine trade isn't as bad for the Kings as people think it was. I mean, Zach LaVine, 20 points. You get 19 points, 13 rebounds for Jonas Valanciunas. Hey, Jonas Valanciunas is actually back to playing quality basketball again. That's a great sign. Unfortunately, you know, not the greatest game for Keegan Murray. I know they had Jake LaRavia to kind of come off the bench and help out, you know, a guy that's just wasn't involved offensively as much, but Keegan Murray should definitely play a little better than he did. They didn't. I don't think they had Malik Monk, which obviously hurts them, but not as bad as, you know, Keegan Murray just needing to elevate his play because of that. You know, the Nuggets get a 13-point, 12-rebound performance from Michael Porter Jr., 22 points and 15 rebounds for Nikola Jokic while shooting 50%. One thing about Jokic, he will always be efficient with his stats. 25 points for Russell Westbrook. He shot 50% from three. 24 points for Jamal Murray, who he shot 33% from three. So really good effort here for the Nuggets to get it done. So we are going to move into the Pistons and the Clippers, kind of the game I wanted to talk about from tonight. Man, oh man, James Harden, 50-point outburst. We are looking at shadows of prime James Harden, and the Clippers are having a solid season. So if this man could do this and take this into the playoffs, we might see a tough team here. This is awesome. I mean, three-pointers after three-pointers, really good game, really good basketball. Obviously a battle between Cade Cunningham and James Harden, two premier guards in the league right now. Yeah, man, James Harden. And Tim Hardaway Jr., usually known for his three-point shooting, he was getting to the rim a couple of times. That was fun. You look at the Pistons. Yeah, man. I mean, 37 points and 10 assists for Cade Cunningham off of 60% shooting. You don't get much better than that. You get 21 points off the bench for Dennis Schroeder. That was a solid pickup, actually, for the Pistons. Obviously, you'd expect a little more out of a guy like Tim Hardaway Jr. or Jalen Duren. You know, you have Ron Holland and Isaiah Stewart and Dennis Schroeder on the bench who can kind of get some work done. And I really like Isaiah Stewart and Cade, kind of the chemistry they've built together and that lob dynamic. But definitely need some more out of guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. Shoot the ball more, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's what I would say. Jalen Duren. Yeah, man. I'm fucking tired. Really good game for the Clippers. I mean, 22 points, 11 rebounds for Zubac, continuing to have a monster season, shooting 55%. 50 points for James Harden, and even Bogdanovich getting in there, their new pickup, 23 points for him off of 50% shooting. That's incredible. Love seeing that. He's kind of stepping in the role for Norman Powell, and he's doing it really well so far. And I've given him his praises on the Hawks. You know, he's always kind of been in that sixth player of the year contention. So this is great to see. You know, looking at tomorrow's games, I'm not super excited about the Knicks and Lakers. That's really the big one on TNT at 9 tomorrow. That's going to be fucking awesome. That's going to be amazing basketball, I think. Other than that, I'm not super excited about any of the other games. I think I'm just going to leave it off as that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. GZTV out. God, I got a lot to pack tomorrow. Fuck, I'm not looking forward to packing shit up. But we'll figure it out, you know? So